Hi, my name is Emily and I'm going to be doing my ePortfolio presentation. So starting off with my professional profile, before teaching, my name is Emily and I knew from a young age that I always wanted to become a teacher. I am passionate about helping shape and impact my future students in a positive way as my teachers did for me. My goal is to become a teacher whom my students can trust and depend on while creating a safe and nurturing environment. I want to be a teacher who is creative and innovative to make sure my students truly grasp the material. I have worked in childcare for 3 years and I've loved every minute of it. I love gaining hands-on experience and getting real training for when I become in my actual classroom. I hope I gain hands-on experience and add on to what I've learned to lead me to be a successful teacher in the classroom. For my post-professional profile, through my education so far at the University of Arkansas, I have gained skills to help me reach my highest potential as a teacher. I have learned how to integrate technology in the classroom. I've learned how to collaborate, engage students, be creative, be an effective teacher, and create effective lessons. This class has shown me how important it is to use technology in the classroom. As I continue my educational journey to becoming a teacher, I hope I can build off what I've learned so far within this classroom and my other classes through UFAS. What I've learned so far has definitely pushed me more towards my goal of becoming a nurturing and creative and innovative teacher. My professional philosophy is I strive to create a nurturing environment where my students can thrive and grow. My goal is to help my students reach their highest academic and social potential while being in a positive classroom where collaboration is fulfilled. I want my classroom to be creative, hands-on, and collaborative, helping students to engage with their learning. I believe in fostering positive relationships among peers while helping students develop independent and confident individuals. I want to meet the diverse needs of my students by using weekly assessments and constructive feedback to help guide their growth. Overall, I want my students to not only leave my class with a strong understanding of the material, but also with confidence, critical thinking skills, and a heart for learning that will continue with them throughout their lives. And then my resume is linked below. And then for assessment, for pre-assessment, I think Kahoot is an excellent tool for a pre-assessment. I used it when I was younger, and I remember being so engaged because it's kind of like a competition, and you got to get to the top of the leaderboard. You can do any 5 to 10 question tests before going into a lesson to see what all students know, and it'll make it easier to get them to understand the material. You can do any topic, or you can create your own quizzes. And then exit tickets are my favorite for formative assessments. While going into lessons, this is a great way to see what they're understanding and what they know, and what they're grasping, and if you need to reteach anything or tweak any assessments or lesson plans for future students. This also holds students accountable because they have to understand the material and pay attention because they have to give the exit ticket at the end of the teacher. For summative assessments, unit tests are definitely my favorite, just because it grasps the whole entirety of what a student knows in the whole unit. It also lets teachers also tweak lessons if some students didn't grasp it, or be able to go over it for the next unit. Google Forms is definitely my favorite tool for unit tests. I also used this growing up as a student, and it's very easy to navigate, and you can do multiple choice or short answers, reflective questions, whatever you need to do to see the understanding that your students have. Google Forms is a very organized and reliable way to gather data, and it grades it for you, so it makes it easier to grade. For assistive technology, the speech-to-text software, Google Voice Typing, Microsoft Dictation, and Chrome OS Dictation are all built-in programs. Google Voice and Chrome OS Dictation are perfect for using Chromebooks because both of those, Google and Chrome, are built-in platforms, and Chromebooks have been being used a lot more in schools. what they do is you speak into a program and then it texts it onto the software, so you're just speaking and it's picking up what you're saying. And then Microsoft, it's great for like probably teachers if you use Word, or I use it in college and it's great. I could see how it'd be great for like OneNote or just Word and other specific programs that go with Microsoft. For text-to-speech software, it's where it reads it for you. Immersive Reader usually only goes with Microsoft. Natural Reader is a free document that can read documents, PDFs, and information on websites. This tool would be super useful for students who need reading comprehension. Chromevox is usually a Chrome platform, which is great because, again, the Chromebooks, and this tool would be great for students with visual disabilities or reading comprehension struggles. Assistive technology resources, personal FM listening systems are a little box that teachers can clip to them, and then the student who has like hearing aids or like a hearing device, it amplifies what the teacher's saying, but it's really good for students with hearing disabilities and it allows them to be fully immersed in the classroom setting. Audible is a online app where it allows for audiobooks, so it's not free, but it is a great tool for those who might struggle with reading comprehension or sight disabilities, so they can still be immersed in group readings and get to have the same knowledge that everybody else does. Math Talk is a great program for students who struggle maybe typing or reading comprehension, again, because you speak the knowledge that you need to into the computer and it types it in equation form. And that is really good because even learning disabilities, it allows them to they might not be able to type, but they can still get out the information that they need to. Okay, and then for classroom management, my classroom rules, I have 6, is come to class ready and learn and be prepared, respect your teachers and classmates, keep your hands and feet to yourself, raise your hand to speak, always try your best, and ask questions. These classroom rules are the backbone of what my classroom will be. I feel like they'll keep a safe, nurturing, and positive experience for all my students. All of these rules will help my future students obtain respect, responsibility, and encourage, not even in my classroom, but like for futures and when like a setting with adults. And I think those are just such a backbone and base for a good academically student. All these rules will help to build respect, strong academics, and good relationships between teachers and classmates. I hope that my future classroom will allow me to help my students be successful for their education beyond. Procedures, entering the classroom. When entering the classroom in the morning, my future students will quietly walk in, hang up their items in their cubbies, and then go to their seats and wait for my instructions for morning work. Lining up. When lining up, students are expected to push in their chairs and quietly line up in number order. They'll have like numbers and I'll give them their numbers. I will use the hand on your hip, finger on your lip technique to silently lead them to where they need to go. Bathroom procedures. When using the bathroom as a group, students will be expected to wait quietly in line until I call on the student to use the restroom. While in the restroom, they are expected to quietly use the restroom, wash and dry their hands, and then return the line in the hallway. If students need to use the bathroom during class time, they can raise their hand, and if they get the good to go, they will get a bathroom pass and quietly walk to the bathroom, follow the bathroom procedures, and quietly walk back. Turning in assignments, I'll either collect the work or I'll instruct them to go to the turn-in tray. Classroom supplies. When using classroom supplies such as crayons or markers, students will be expected to use the supplies in the right way and be respectful. After they are done, just put them in the correct place and take care of them. Asking for help. If students need help or my attention, they are expected to silently raise their hand and either wait for me to come to them or call on them. End of the day, when it's with my say-so, students will pack up their things, push in their chairs, grab their things from their cubbies, and wait for me to call their number in line so we can go to their designated spaces. When it comes to consequences, positive or negative, Class Dojo is a great platform. If there's a bunch of kids who are misbehaving, you can pick out one who's doing what they're supposed to be and give them a positive dojo point, so hopefully everyone around them can implement that behavior as well. And then you can do so many things to gain points when you're following the rules, participating, staying on task. For negative behaviors, because not always, positive reinforcement doesn't always work. If you have to take away a point, hopefully it teaches the child that your actions do have consequences. If the behavior, they can get a point taken away for not staying on task or not following instructions. Before losing a dojo, students will have a verbal warning. I want to have like a list. So they'll have a verbal warning, then losing a dojo point, and then contacting parents if the behavior were to continue. I want to have like a class store with like small, medium, or large prizes depending on the dojo points, and it teaches children responsibility of saving or spending the dojo points, and also like hopefully positive reinforcement about gaining them to get the prizes as well. Class Dojo, again, is a great tool. For classroom management, it also allows you to contact directly with parents, give updates, feedback, announcements, and it's very good about being engaging, and it's a very positive platform. Nearpod is a great educational resource that allows for engaging but hands-on lessons. With Nearpod, there are so many features like quizzes, videos, and it allows students to follow the teacher directly. Students log on to Nearpod with a code, and this ensures that the teacher can make sure that they're staying engaged, and you can embed quizzes as well, which allows for making sure that they're paying attention. And then Google Classroom, I will be using Google Classroom. That's something else that I grew up with. It holds lessons and homework, and it's a very easy program to use for assigning work and giving feedback to students. And then lastly, for my subject matter focus, I want to teach second grade. There are so many interesting and cool aspects that a teacher gets to be a part of when teaching second grade. I'd be so lucky to see so many curious minds while helping shape foundation skills. Second grade is also so rewarding to teach because it has the opportunity to be very hands-on. Within second grade, you build so many lasting connections while getting the privilege of experiencing diversity within the classroom. Second grade is very important because it is a stepping stone for the rest of an individual's academic career. Within second grade, you are focusing on strengthening reading and writing skills as well as building math foundations. Second graders also develop socially as well at this age. They start to develop as independent individuals. In second grade, some core concepts that are taught are fluency and comprehension, word problems and reasoning skills, life science, cultural awareness, and social emotional skills. Thank you so much for watching my presentation on my ePortfolio. Thank you so much.